Alright, so hopefully you guys have the agenda. Alright,
Yeah.
so first off, we're going to start out with intros. Hello, I know most of you know me, but my name's Cloud. I'm
Hi,
mod for,
Cloud.
and I do a lot of moderation stuff. I've been moderating for about like 2 or 3 years. Mainly started out with the fighting game tournaments. And then Fed needed mods, and I was like, alright, you know what? Like, I'll help my boy out. And because I liked his content, and how we do. And
Yo,
that's
they're
how I
saying
got
make
here.
me fatter.
Make him fatter. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently,
You look like a twig.
I look like a twig. Dude, guys, I'm kind
That's
of
just
jacked.
you,
Don't make
dude.
me take my shirt off.
I'm kind of.
No, that's just flair, dude. That's just flair. Actually, that's not that.
No,
That's
that's
not that.
not me.
That's actually just flair. But yeah, so that's me. I have a little bit of moderation, and then I mainly do fighting game shit. But I like Fed's content, so I stuck around and helped him out. Discharge, you want to go next?
Wait, shouldn't it be the other host?
No. We saved the best for last
We
year.
saved the best
Go
for
ahead.
last.
That's why I'm going last, alright?
Mm-mm.
Oh
Alright.
shit.
So my name's
Discharge.
Discharge. You guys might know me from Fed's Discord, or his stream, or from Jamie's channel. I am a mod for those channels. I do some streaming on the side. I hate everybody. I don't really have a lot of experience with. I'm actually more of a newer mod. Um, my experience with modding is very recent, but I feel like I'm learning a lot and then trying to improve very quickly because things move very fast, especially in a kind of like a fed zone type stream where you have to go fast. And if you're left
Very.
behind, then you're gonna get left behind.
That's fair. Uh, yo, I'm Flair. Uh, with the scuff name with the E with the threes replacing the E's. Uh, I'm a mod for Fed. I was originally modded after making a Naruto meme video, and
It's a good video.
I remember meeting Discharge for the first time, and he made me seem like I was gonna be like fucking whipped or something. Like he's gonna put me in the corner and be like, "You stay
Oh,
here. Don't touch any of the commands. Don't do anything." But a month went by. Taiwan passed. I got modded for a few other streams. I think people started trusting me. Uh, I have half a brain and pina coladas. If you're from my most recent stream, I think you guys just watched that.
That caused us to be
Um,
late, by the way, and a
we
little
weren't late.
scuff and a little scuff to start. Just gonna say
Okay,
that. That
okay.
was.
It's so you got to be fashionably late.
Definitely.
My background. I mean, I used to make like YouTube videos and shit, but like I just play video games and like mind my business. Um, I go to school. Like I don't full time anything, so everything I do, I have a job right now because we do internships like 4 months and then 4 months school and then repeat. Yo, I thought that was like some sort of alcohol
I thought it
bottle.
was a flask at first too, and I was like,
Water
if
bottle.
we're starting this already, I got my Jack on the corner, dude. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say,
Blair's already got me drinking.
I got that
yeah,
Jack in the corner ready to go. All right.
yeah. Modding's mine's it's kind of stressful at times. Like people think like, oh, you just like sit there and like ban people from like the N word, but like from saying the N word and shit. But like we'll get into that later. I've met a great amount of people who are super nice and like super supportive. So yeah, it's pretty much me.
All right. So what originally started as a meme, and when I was talking with Flair and a bunch of other people, it's like, hey, why don't we just do a podcast and like make it just talk about like modding shit, and we can just call it the Modcast. And everyone was like, "That's a great idea." And I just sit there, I was like, "Oh shit, I actually have to do this now. I'm gonna actually have to do this." So from that meme sprang actually a lot of shit starts from me and the counting all this. So from the meme came this, and this is where we're gonna discuss topics relating to Twitch and moderating and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy,
Oh,
this sounds like a
boy.
disaster.
I can't wait for the Death Block episode.
the
Yo,
Deathblock
Deathblock
episode. Don't worry, he doesn't speak,
season
guys.
finale.
We're just gonna get him a text bot that reads out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
We
already
actually
know.
have 70 viewers. That's so
Yeah.
much. Holy
Hey,
shit.
thanks for coming out,
I
guys.
think they just want to see the faces of the fucks that ban them. They're like,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
they're like, these are the people who fucking like threaten me all day and tell me if I say one thing out of line, they'll ban. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, it's fine. I threaten the mods too every day.
That's true.
Trust me, Discharge threatens to kill me at least daily. Just a joke, by the way. New Twitch TOS saying, just saying. All right, so I just wanted to, give you guys an introduction about who we are and then what this podcast is. It's basically going to be shit posting while we're regarding actual topics that we want to cover. We're going to go about maybe an hour-ish, hour and a half, depending on how long we go. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be here all night because, truthfully...
Wait, I want to be here all night.
Hey, man, it's St. Patrick's Day. There's an Irish pub down the street from me. I totally forgot it was St. Patrick's Day. Let's be real here.
I until I checked Instagram, I didn't know it was St. Patrick's Day.
Yikes.
And apparently I had like Facebook invites to like go chill with people and get really wasted. But like, who uses Facebook still?
Yeah, no one
Omega
does.
lol. Wait, are you guys all above the age of 21?
Yes.
It's 18.
Well, it's 18
19.
Canada.
Oh, you're in Canadian land. I forgot.
Yeah.
Me, I'm 21. Catch me at that bar after this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, no, I think we're going to stream Melee after this. I'm not going to lie to you.
Disgusting.
All right. So
Someone
the first
in chat is called Fed's friend George. I like that shit.
Hey, thanks for the follow. But I turned off the alerts for right now because I wanted us to discuss. Basically, I wanted us not to lose track. I left the event list up at the top right, and so they can they get some recognition. But I don't really want to thank followers. I don't want to do all that. I want to focus on what we're gonna talk about. And then I can thank them later or not at all because truthfully, I don't. I mean, nothing. Sorry, boys. So I wanted to get into our first topic, one that pertains to us a lot, and is something that we deal with probably daily. The importance of a person's privacy and regarding leaks on the internet. We're all mods for a certain streamer whose alias may or may not be Leakmeister.
I need to get the other flask.
Yeah, give me my Jack Daniels now. But it's really one thing I wanted to get out there is people on Twitch, when they get off their Twitch, they want to be left alone. They don't want their private lives out there. It's two different people, or they try to make it two different people because truthfully, you want to separate work from play, work from life, and you want to just take a break. And people knowing all this private information, that's not cool. So, anything you want to say regarding that immediately, and then we'll get into a deeper discussion.
We should have brought Sarah on for this one.
Please God.
Nah.
I think a lot of people forget that. See, this is the big thing, and I remember I told this to some of the mods once leaks started happening more and more, and I know I've said this to other people too. It's people forget when you're streaming that the streamer, they're talking to a bunch of people that they don't know, and they don't get that interaction that's kind of like that one-on-one. But as a viewer, you get more of it. It kind of seems like it's more of a one-on-one or something. Like they're talking directly to you, so it kind of feels like you know the person a little bit more. Maybe you understand their humor, you can understand the personality. But people forget that they don't know you because you're just one guy in a crowd, and so there's that line that people forget that's there, and they just sometimes end up crossing it, and that goes into other stuff with the privacy stuff. People try and get more and more information that they probably shouldn't.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's it all falls back to the idea that people have to remember that the relationship is very much one-sided. It's not a two-way friendship thing you have going on with the streamer. It's more so you watch them and you enjoy their content, but if they see your name, they might not necessarily recognize who you are. And that's not an insult or anything. That's just the reality of when you have X amount of thousands of viewers and all of a sudden maybe someone posting their own address in a chat with a few thousand people doesn't mean much, right? But when it's the person that everyone's trying to watch, that's a little different. Because not everyone that watching in the chat is exactly has the best intent. So maybe you're there because you love said streamer. But maybe other people are watching because they're waiting for him to fuck up and post it on live stream fails or something.
Yeah,
that's an entirely different thought.
So let's be honest here. I know a good 99% of you, if you see an address or phone number, you're not gonna call it because you're oh shit, that's somebody's phone number. I don't want to straight up just ruin that guy, annoy him, order food without paying for it. If you pay for it, it's kind of cool, but still kind of sus. But I mean, you really want to separate yourself. They want their own privacy. They want to be able to go turn off the stream and just chillax without worrying about what's gonna happen. Because there's been too many incidences where people are ordering a bunch of food and not paying for it, leaving the streamer to charge for it. That costs money out of their pocket. Some of these people can pay for it, but I mean, most of the time it's food they don't even want. That's really messed up. There's also a story, swattings. Swattings are a big deal. We can't really, like, overlook that. Because once...
I see Discharge's face right now.
Yeah, no, trust me. Alright, swattings are a big deal because they're very dangerous. Let's be honest here. Like, police officers are armed thinking that you're armed. They're coming in your house. They're about to, you know, subdue a perpetrator. And then, and so one story that, like, really caught my eye was a streamer got swatted, but the person who called in the SWAT was, he got the wrong address, and he went to the, like, 2 or 3 houses down, and the person ended up dying. The police shot him because they thought he had a gun, and it ended up dying. It's like, you gotta keep this.
Oh, I heard that one.
And
Yeah,
it was
I've heard
only
this
because
too.
the guy was also a streamer, but he's a small streamer. This guy who died was a small streamer, but they tried to swat a bigger streamer who lived next to him. And, you know, we, like, try to keep all of this stuff, like, under wraps. That's why we try to control leaks as much as possible. So, like, stupid stuff like that happens. Because it's not only the streamer we're protecting, it's, like, everyone, basically. Like, there's a chance that other people can get injured from it. And that's my, like, idea for it.
I think there's also this other concept that's like, not concept, sorry. A lot of the times when, like, you guys remember when Taiwan happened?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we were trying really hard for Fed to not do certain things because of events that happened to another streamer, and
right.
how like
Yeah.
other like harassment was happening to friends of that streamer or people even associated to them. Like, it's also scary because we are people associated with them too. Like, you forget that, like, even the mods sometimes are put into risk of some kind of, like, of some danger. Like, especially like that Taiwan stuff, like, that was scary because if something went out and, like, the same people that targeted that one streamer start targeting Fed, I'm pretty sure, like, half of us would have been targeted too. Half of the mods.
Oh, right. Just a quick note on Taiwan. I think, like, the first or second, like, Albert stream that happened in Taiwan, like, you guys think that, oh, we ban you and it's over, right? And, like, that's the end of that. But I know Deathblock got death threats from this one guy who was timed out for a little bit of time. And then he started messaging me too to unban him. And I was like, I'm not unbanning you. And then he started sending me death threats. And it wasn't like, yo, I'm going to kill you. It was like very descriptive. Like, I'm going to find you. Like, I know you're in Canada because of your profile. And I'm going to come and I'm going to butcher you up with my knife that I have ready.
Ooh.
And I was like, holy crap. So I blocked him, right? And then he made 3 new Twitch accounts. And he continuously messaged me. And then he got my Discord. Like, through joining the offline TV members Discords. And, like, this guy kept going for like an hour. Like, we got him IP banned off Twitch. But, like, that's kind of fucked up.
That's terrifying. Dude.
Like, sure, some of you are in, like, Europe and shit, or, like, anywhere across the world, like Australia, whatever, and, like, you think, like, yo, I'm never gonna see these people in my life. But, like, there's some fucked up people who could, like, live, like, down the street or some shit, or who are, like, willing to, like, just show up. Like, what happened with that Pokey Stalker guy? Some dude, like, sold his, like, living
Straight
and,
up,
like, moved.
straight up at the park near their house, ready to go. Like, I love Pokey. I'm gonna live next to Pokey. Pokey belongs to me. That's just, like, that's the way he thought. And it was like, obviously, no. That's just weird, dog. You're from the East Coast.
Yeah.
You moved all the way over here for a girl who doesn't know you really exist. He doesn't know you personally. She might know you exist just because of your crazy ass messages and stuff. But, like, it's just weird. I don't know. I'm not a big
Bitches be
fan.
crazy. That's it. That's all it is. Yeah.
Just be crazy.
And it's not like you. Oh, okay, like that's the one death threat story, right? Like, I think like.
All right. If you open,
Yeah,
if you
next
open my DMs, half of them are death threats, and half of them are nudes from women. Because, you know, mods pull like so much. You open up Flar's DMs, like hundreds at
No,
least.
it's not true.
You guys
Hundreds at
finally doing
least.
modding, right then?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't condone it. I don't condone that kind of behavior.
I mean,
I'm a
come on.
PG-13.
I mean,
A
come
lot of my
on.
audience is underage, and I respect that. All right.
Hey, I mean, I respect it. I just don't get it. Come on. But yeah, we just wanted to cover that because, like, basically, we're trying to make sure that barrier between their work and their lives are is still up and good. Like, still, there's still a
Yeah.
wall separating their work from their lives. And I'm just saying, that's why we hammer away that, like, hey, don't spread the information that leaked. If you look into a Discord and somebody says like, oh, their address is this, I'm instantly deleting and banning that guy.
Oh, I'm banning your
I'm
ass.
banning him
Yeah.
as fast as possible. I do not want people spreading that shit because that's none of their business. They have no right to know it. They know it because of an accident. Like, let's be real here.
Also, like, so two things. So first, the quick thing is like, okay, like we're kind of ruthless with shit like this. Like, so one thing you can do is if you see like, if you're asking yourself like, oh shit, yo, the mods do a lot. Like, I want to help the mods out. Like, how do I help the mods out when like they're banning people and people are going to other chats and like spamming addresses, right? Like when Fed was at his mom's house recently, there was a leak, and then Fed hosted some no one on offline TV or their friends were on. So Fed hosted someone else he knows, but he had no moderation in chat. So when he hosted and then rated the person, everyone who was leaking in Fed's chat and was getting banned started leaking in the other guy's chat. So if you guys ask yourself like, how do we help out, right? If you go on the person's profile and you click report, you can report them for like threats or harassment because that counts as like
Or
leaking personal
information leak,
information.
I think is one of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
that
that's
they
one
leak.
of the report functions is you can report somebody for
Reporting people actually
private
helps.
information. It
Yeah,
helps.
we've gotten
Yeah, we get so many people.
Yeah, we've gotten a few people IP banned. Right. So like we're not out to get everyone, right? Like I think this is a common misconception that like sure we do our job and we do it strictly, but so for example, recently we got someone IP banned. But they explained the situation. So they supposedly they messaged me and they're like, "Why am I banned?" And they apologized for everything prior to knowing what they did. And I checked the logs and we banned them because they posted an address. So that's an instant permaban off like whatever stream I stream on, and then like potentially even permaban you off the other streams I stream on, just like an instant like shadow ban your ass because you're a bad person, and then get you reported an IP ban from Twitch because we can do that. But like this person like laid out a case, laid out an argument, was really polite, and pointed out that it was just a mistake and they were on their phone and the copy paste error happened, yada yada yada. They were banned from Twitch permanently. But I know Say Sarah as well as me and Fed, we like stood up for the guy. Say Sarah went as far as to like we spoke with Twitch afterwards. We were like, hey, we
Yeah, I
reported
don't know.
him.
I don't
It
know
was a
if
mess
you
up.
know that.
No. But it's nothing personal. It's like I'm like we spoke. It's not a leak or like an NDA kind of thing. It's Say Sarah didn't message Twitch or like use his powers. Say Sarah was like, try and like appeal your ban because that's the thing you can do, right?
Oh, okay.
Right. So you can appeal your ban through Twitch if you have grounds to believe it. And Fed and I believe this person. So we went through it and we helped them get unbanned and they were unbanned recently. Yeah, no, we don't really like ask like Say Sarah's job is just he just watches as a fan. I think there's a common misconception that like Say Sarah like saves offline TV with like
He's
abuses his powers or something like that, but that's not what
it's a
happens.
common
That's not true.
misconception.
Yeah.
So when he's doing stuff for offline TV, he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart. He isn't working during this time. He's not getting paid anything by Twitch to go watch offline TV, go make sure nothing's leaked, go make sure there's nothing reportable, go make sure this isn't doing it. He's literally doing it because he's a fan. He likes Fed. Fed's a cool dude, he says, and he loves offline TV, and he just does it out of the kindness of his heart. Honestly, that man has my like utmost respect because I wouldn't. He lives in France. You know how messed
He
up his
also
sleep
has a
schedule is?
sexy ass beard.
You
Oh,
know
yeah,
what's
his beard.
fucked up? He lives in France and he has the same sleep schedule as me. Like,
Yeah,
what kind of
no,
fucking bullshit is that?
he's go look up pictures of him. Sexy ass beard.
No,
Claire's not lying.
his new beard like is so much thicker. Like
It's
holy
it's
shit.
daddy AF, okay? Daddy
Like 3
AF.
C's or like 4 C's?
Like
Like,
you're starting to use cues at this point. Like
Jesus.
holy.
I'm just saying. He's a nice man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of people I think a really big thing is most people don't understand what we have to do when we like a leak happens. Like it's not just deleting a VOD. It's like we have to make sure that all of the social media stuff that's being run is like clear of stuff. We have to make sure that the Reddit mods know what to look up for on Reddit. Make sure that stuff doesn't leak into other people's channels. Oh man, I love the day when a fresh mod experiences their first code red. Like, whoo!
Oh,
Oh.
I think actually Flair, his first day modded was they were leaking the Taiwan trip, I think, and they didn't want it like out and about. I think that was your first day, right, Flair?
Yeah, I think
Something like that.
some shit
And
like that.
and he's just and I'm just like, well, here we go again. And he's just like, wait, what are we doing? And I was like, well, first we have to delete the VOD, make a highlight, make sure we do it fast enough so live stream fails doesn't get on this, because if you don't do that fast enough, they'll eat that shit up real quick. And then it's pretty overwhelming for a new mod to like deal with what we do with like daily or like every other day.
I get a lot in the chat sometimes, like especially in offline chats, like, yo, mod me, like you're not always on, like I can take care of the times you're not on,
Oh
like we're
my
different
god,
time
those
zones. And
those comments are so
I'm
funny
like
to me.
I'm like, you really want this? You really want this fucking like burden? And then like when you mod people and they think like it's all fun and games, and then their sleep schedules are destroyed because of random ass streams, or they
Yeah.
just never appear, and then we forget that they even exist, right? There's like a 2K scenario.
There's so many of those. I've literally like
Yeah.
I'll randomly see somebody like, who the hell is that guy? I don't think I've ever like talked to that man once. He has a sword. Whatever.
Yes. Sword.
It's scary because sometimes you could have rogue mods. And rogue mods are just a
Oh,
different
boy.
story.
That we don't. We're not getting
That's
into
another
that.
time. That's
That's
another.
another
another. That's
time.
another time for something that we don't. Yeah, you gotta go.
Hmm.
Another
So
thing I want to.
yeah, I was just gonna say like, have we covered everything on that topic with
For privacy and stuff. Yeah.
I think so.
I think like yeah, it's like it's important. Like it's common sense, right? Like I shouldn't even have to say this. You shouldn't have to spam someone's address or spam like their family's address or like their
If you
credit
want to
card
help,
number.
DM us. DM us what was leaked, a timestamp, and then like we'll take care of it. Like
Try.
like
Yeah.
people DM me, and I'm like, all right, I know this was leaked, and I fucking send it, and I'm like, let's get this shit cleared, and that way it's not in the chat, and not everyone is spamming leaked and or the address
Yeah.
of whatever was leaked.
Oh, I just want to put this out right now, right fucking now. Okay, no VODs get deleted. If you think a VOD is deleted, that does not exist. No VOD straight up gets deleted. It gets made into highlights. So you have
Yeah.
the whole fucking film. We cut before the leak and then we cut after the leak and then we upload those two separately. So there's
Yeah.
never like a VOD that's not there.
At least
Just
on
parts
Fed's
of the
channel. At least on Fed's channel. I cannot
Okay, yeah.
speak. I cannot speak for everyone. I know Pokey does it now. I know Lily has done it a little, and I think Scar has done it. They don't leak as much, so they don't earn as experience. But we can't speak for everyone.
Our boy Prey's got Pokey's channel covered.
Yeah, Prey's my. I love Prey. Prey's a
Praise
nice
the
guy.
guy.
Pokemon, if you see a Pokemon named Prey, just give him a Fed 7 and say Cloud says hello. Or tryhard 7. Give him a tryhard 7.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next.
Next topic we were gonna cover is the chat harassment. All right, this one's a big deal because it affects streamers, it affects chatters, it affects mods. God, my DMs are awful.
God damn.
We just want to talk about this because you want to, and then we started cracking down on it a little more. I would say easily, easily. I mean, I want to say a little bit, but no, these kids are gone. But yeah, so chat harassment. You can the way you might not think, oh, I'm just memeing, but there's a difference between there's a thin line between when a meme becomes a meme and transitions into harassment or like hurtful words. You might not think it, and you might think, oh, it'll get lost in the spam, but people read that. The streamers are really good at reading. They're all speed readers. We gotta get on that. We gotta get on that, dude.
Mods are also speed readers, by the way.
Oh, I think like there's a misconception as well that like we sit there and we like laugh and look at the fucking stream and we have a good time. I think at least when you mod like a seriously like heavy chat where like you have a couple thousands of viewers and like the chat's just exploding. If you don't want to put it like cuz people don't put it in sub mode anymore, right? People don't do that. And slow mode past like even 20 is unreasonable because then you're just punishing plebs, but like subscribers can be the real issue half the time. So
Yeah.
and subscribers are generally not affected by slow mode. And then like you have RNK and all these other things, but like you can't keep up to a point, right? So all you can do is you just sit there and you just look at the chat. You don't like watch the stream per se. So
I'm
it's like,
listening to the stream.
yeah,
I don't
you
get to
listen
watch
to the stream and then you just watch the chat. So like what you're like
when
if
it's really busy.
hmm,
Yeah,
whatever
this
you say is gonna get seen.
yeah, we see it all, boys. If you don't think we
And if
see it all, we have special websites, and that ass is bad.
Oh,
Well,
right.
like,
Let's
there
just
is
be
a
real
point.
here.
There's a point to like how much we can handle, and like there is stuff that gets missed, and like you'll see it for like 2 seconds longer than you probably should have, and like we're trying
Yeah.
our best. Like
And
when
if
you
we
see,
don't get it, Deathblock will get it. So
Yeah.
Deathblock's a
screw it.
robot.
Yeah.
He's connected to every computer ever. You say something bad, see it, kid. You're done. I'm
no,
just gonna
I
say
saw
it.
this in actually today in PokeStream. Like dude, those Pokemods have it rough. Like I
Yeah.
say, Fed mods have it rough. Pokemods have it fucking rough.
They work hella hard. Mad respect. to
Like let's be
Pokemon.
And
real
like
here. Yeah.
they miss something for like 0.2 seconds or something, and you get chat just being like mods, where are the mods, and I'm just like, bruh, like chill out. They probably like blinked or something,
Dude,
or
okay.
like went to get
That's
water.
I feel modding for a I'm not trying to like say anything, but like modding for a female streamer is probably twice, if not more than twice as hard, or like twice as much shit than
Oh,
for
yeah.
a female or for a male streamer, because you have you have all these 12-year-olds who's never seen a girl in their goddamn lives, just straight up talking, and I'm just like, all right, we need to cool it, boys, like. Go on Tinder. You're fine there. Find somebody on there. You don't have to be thirsty ass little kids on here, boys. And that's
Even modding for a smaller, I mod for a smaller, like one of my friends. She's my best friend,
mhm.
and she does a little bit of streaming whenever she streams. And like the chat, it's like slow, but like there's so much like, what the fuck? Like you actually said this kind of thing. Like I swear these people would never say this in their life, but because there's like this screen, like they're just saying this weird ass shit, and just like surprises me every time. It's like it's scary but really funny to me because I'm just laughing at her.
Yeah. Okay, no, I sent that to you, Cloud. You can add it later. Someone just sent that to me in the middle.
Yeah. I already,
Yeah.
I've gotten the DMs and stuff. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think like even so it's not only in big streams, right? Also like people think like, oh, people talk shit like wherever you go, or like just in big streams, like you'll have some like super like cancerous people who will show up. It really doesn't matter. Like Fed's been at like a few thousand, several thousand. Albert's been at a few hundred, several thousand. Like Albert actually doesn't have it that bad. From what I've seen, like people are really respectful. It's
Yeah.
mainly the community that you foster, but like you can't control that. I think like people forget to realize that like you shouldn't blame like you think. I've heard some people say things like, "Oh, Fed's like, Fed's Discord this. Like I'm scared of going in there." Blah blah blah. Blah. But like you have to understand that I think you can't like look at a streamer and judge them based off their community. You should judge them based off how they react to their community. And I think
That's a good way of putting it.
Fed does a great job of like trying to be that cool art, like that cool teacher, like the substitute teacher that comes in and like is kind of like, yo guys, like super chill with everyone, like fucking fist bumping everyone, but at the same time is like, yo, I need you guys to do this shit for tomorrow, so you're gonna finish it for tomorrow. Like he gives you your homework and you do it anyways, and like that's very difficult to do, but I think a lot of them are like doing their best, which is respectable. And just remember that streamers are people too, right? Mods, streamers, even other people in chat. Like I think this is a
People are
big thing.
people.
Yeah, I think this is a big thing. I think we're like, people expect us to be like, yeah, streamers are people. Stop being mean to streamers. Mods are people. Stop fucking hating on us. But like, other people in chat are like people too who have feelings too,
They're
right? You
human
just fucking,
beings.
yeah, you should just be like, hey,
Like-
like add someone randomly and be like, yo, KYS, like you suck. Like, what the hell's the
Like,
point of that?
I don't know.
Unless it's Cloud.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
it's me, you can enter my DMs with anything between hate speech, nudes, just wanting to chat, everything. My DMs are always open for people to just send me whatever the hell you want.
I see
yeah.
people asking questions right now in chat.
So-
we have a Q&A afterwards. Just
Yeah. Save your questions
yeah, just
for
ask
after.
that after.
That's what I'm trying to do. At the end of the stream, we're gonna open up Q&A for normal just chatters to ask questions, and we'll try to get to as many as possible without going over. Let's be honest here. Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
I mean, also one thing to just keep in mind is that like, okay, let's say you get timed out for like 2 minutes or something, right? I don't think it merits you messaging someone and being like, why was I timed out for 2 minutes? Like, get up, go get a glass of water or something, and come back, and like now you're chilling, right? Like, the amount of times, like, also the way you approach people online is very important, because if let's say I walk up to Discharge in real life and I say hey, he can't just like look away and ignore me and pretend I never said hey. But that's so much easier to do on the internet, right? Like if someone messages me and they're like, yo, what the fuck? Why was I banned? I didn't do anything. Like screw this. What the hell? Like I'm just gonna block you and ignore you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
But if you
I
come
do
in and
that. I do
yeah,
that.
and it's not like it's not a bad thing, right? Like the idea is if you're gonna come in and you're gonna be like, oh, like I apologize, I don't know what I did, but like can you please explain it to me? Then I'm more like willingly able to help you, right? Like
Yo,
but
my
if it's,
favorite thing. Sorry, I
yeah,
don't
go
mean to cut
ahead.
you
Go
off,
on.
Yeah.
but is when someone DMs me and they're like, unban me, like they're commanding me to do something for them, or like in specifically in Fed's Discord we do like a time-based ban, and then when time's up, they'll be like, my time's up, unban me, or just like straight up demanding.
Oh my god.
I'll fucking extend the ban if they fucking do that. Like
Oh
that's
my
just
god.
disrespectful. If you speak to anyone like that, like what the fuck?
I've been
Really?
people have tried to like command me or demand I do something, and I'm like, you know, honestly, I could have just left you permanently banned. I'm doing this because I don't care, really. Like, I'm a nice guy. And they just say, hey, unban me, my time's up. I'm done with my stupid punishment. That was one DM I got, and I was just like, are you fucking out of your mind?
That one that you gave when you told that guy two things.
Oh my god.
Was
Wait,
my
which
favorite when
the
you were like two things here. One, and you're like, I'm not your bitch.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me what to do.
If I can find the DM, I'll show you guys, but it's pretty deep down there. So what Discharge was saying is, this guy, he literally messaged me that, and he was like, and I just sat there, I was like, one, I'm not your bitch. I got about 60 other DMs right now that I have to reply to, and truthfully, you acting like a self-entitled prick isn't gonna get me to do anything for you, and you can wait until I'm done with these DMs for me to do anything. And two, I'm not gonna unban you anymore. You can go talk to somebody else.
Oh, that's a common strategy. It's like if someone messages me and is like a piece of shit, I'll be like, yo, message Discharge, and Discharge will be like, go message Cloud, and Cloud will be like, go message this person. And then it's been 4 extra days and they've calmed down and you're like, okay, you're ready.
Yeah, stop
We're
being a
leaking all the
self-entitled prick.
secrets.
Self-entitled
All the
prick.
secrets.
Dude, I should just do a stream where I just open my DMs, you know, the safe for work ones, and then and just read them off, because truthfully, you guys might not believe us, but it gets dicey in there a couple times. It's pretty bad.
I just get death block nudes. I
Yeah.
don't think I can show those on stream.
I don't know, dude. It's just wires and stuff. I don't think it'll be that bad in Twitch US.
Yeah, you guys don't want to see it. All right. So where are we at now?
So right now we really basically covered everything we wanted to talk about chat harassment. But this next topic kind of pertains to the same. It's like branching off of chat harassment.
Yeah.
And it has to do with the different tiers of supporting your viewer or supporting your streamer. There's the normal people who are just viewers, not subscribers. They follow the channel, they chat a lot, you know. People have deemed them plebs, but you know, they're nice people. They're people, guys. Come on, chill out. Then you have your normal subs. The guys who want to pay that $5 a month, get those emotes, show your support. Be able to flaunt those emotes everywhere, saying like, hey, like, this is my streamer, dude. Like, I love this guy. He's great. And then you have your tier 3 emote, or your tiered subs, which like, I just want to show, like, I really support this guy. Like, I love his content. I love what he does. And, you know, it's like, what I think is, when people, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I see different tiered subs as nothing. There's no difference between them to me. There's literally, you don't sub a different tier to flaunt an emote and say like, yo, I'm cooler than you because I spend $25 and you only spend $5. I'm better than you. I'm just like,
We
no, no,
ban
no, no,
everybody
no,
equally.
no, 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 no. I
We
don't
banned
care.
a mod like a week
I
and a
don't care.
half ago.
I don't care if you a mod. I don't care if you a tier 3 sub, tier 2 sub, tier 1 sub. You a pleb. You get this ban hammer real quick, real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah.
And so like in Feds Discord, we had this giant debate over like, or this giant thing happened because people were like, "Oh, fucking, I'm better," or like we have a tier 3 chat because we wanted to give them Fed wanted to give them more shit because like truthfully, if you tier 3 sub, you get one extra emote. So that's how Twitch does it right now. And Fed wanted to like he started a movie night for them, and he gave them their own like chat room. And it was so new that people were still trying it out and not knowing like, oh, what is this? If you see something new, you kind of want to like try it, experience it. And I just don't like. After a day, they all went back down to the normal sub chat. They all started talking to their homies again, but they didn't want to wait a day, and so they just started fighting. It was this giant like people bitching at everyone, and I was just like over it. I was like, oh my god, and then we dealt with that pretty quick. I'm not gonna...
Yeah, to put in
Yeah.
perspective, let's say you and your friends always go to the same KBBQ restaurant, like Korean barbecue restaurant, and then one opens up across the street. And generally people are willing to want to try the new Korean barbecue restaurant. Does that mean there's anything wrong with the old Korean barbecue restaurant? Hell no. It's just as good. And does that mean like you have to go to the same Korean barbecue restaurant as your friends because like maybe they can pay a bit more but you can't? No, because you're all getting Korean barbecue at the end. So you're all happy.
Yeah, truthfully, it was just a giant debate that people just need to know. You're not subbing to show you're a cooler person. You're subbing to show your support for a streamer, to show your support for a community, and to show that you really enjoy what they do. Like, I don't know how else to word that. Like, it's pretty common sense.
Yeah.
I think like one thing people ends up forgetting is that everyone has different resources available to them in their lives. So for example, maybe some of the fans work all day and they get like a shit ton of money. Maybe they get like $60 an hour or something, and they can afford to like donate a lot of money. They can afford to tier 3 sub every month, but they don't have time. So they don't have that much time to watch the stream, and they can only watch highlights, right? But on the other flip side, maybe you have someone who doesn't have a job, still in school, has a bunch of free time, is paying off bills, can't afford to sub, but they're always in chat, they're always active, they're like making memes, they're like supporting 24/7, they're getting the viewer numbers up, they're like talking, interacting with the community. Like everyone can contribute in their own way, right? And I think people tend to forget this, and they think that like, oh, I'm active, so I should be favored. I talk a lot in like this chat, or like there's a paywall, or like, oh, I pay more, so you should love me more. It's like, no, I think you're both here, or you're all here for the same reason, to support the same person. And like, there's no competition in that. It's not like, oh, daddy will notice me if I like give him more money. It's like, oh, sure. I mean, some people I've seen
That
some
only
stream-
works in my stream.
Yeah,
yeah, I
no.
see some people like some streamers will do whatever for money, right? But like, dude, even if my chat's acting up when I stream, like I'll just ban people. Like I don't even care. I had people raid my chat the other day from like some of the discords I'm in, which is cool. Like they're all nice people. But like they started spamming like shit and just going crazy, and they're like, "Oh, we sub to you, like you won't do anything." I just fucking ban them. I don't care.
Oh my god. If you sub to somebody, that's not a shield. We'll
Oh,
ban
fuck
you.
no.
Like, we don't
No.
care who you are. We'll ban you. Because, truthfully, we don't care how much money you spend. If you're a dick, you're a dick. You can't
Yeah.
twist it any way else. You can't try to mold it into something cool. You're a dick. Get over it. We'll ban you.
It's I don't know why. It's like this thing that like I spend money and so like you can't ban me. I'm protected, right? But even branches off of that, it sometimes goes into like, and I'm not talking about anyone specific, right? Not yet at least. But even some of the mods just like at one point were acting like I'm gonna say like not reasonable and kind of acting like
Yeah, yeah.
setting a bad representation of what we kind of wanted to be. And like Flair said, we banned a mod. Like we
I think it was
banned a mod.
two. I think it was two.
No,
Yeah.
we unmodded two. We banned one of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And like because they're held to the rules that everyone else is. So are we. if me, Flar, and Cloud fuck up, like we're gonna get our asses on mod.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gone instantly. No, look how
Look
many.
what's been
I'm
happening to
waiting-
K, guys. It's been back. No, I'm kidding.
I was just
I'm
saying,
waiting for the day to pull the
hey,
trigger on fucking Cloud. Like,
hey,
it's right
wait,
there.
trust me.
There's a button right
I
there on my
walk
desk.
that fine line daily. Let's just say I say a lot of fucked up shit in chat when I'm pissed off as plebs. Let's be real here, and I'm talking about everyone, not just plebs. I mean sub plebs, tier 3 plebs, all you plebs. Let's be real here.
But yeah, so back on topic. I think like we joined chat and we were like, all right, we'll listen to everyone's like debate or whatever. I think people are very attached to like their relationship with the streamer. I think people are thinking things like they were at least that like the streamer doesn't love us as much. He's only gonna love these people. Blah 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 blah. But like this rolls back to our first topic, right? The topic where we Discharge promptly mentioned that people have to remember that the relationship is one-sided, right? The relationship is you are watching this person several hours, like several days of the week, and you have all this information about this person, but this person doesn't necessarily even know your name. But that shouldn't stop you from supporting them because you're still watching content and you like what they do, etc. But you shouldn't have this like idea that like they owe you time or they owe you anything, right? I think it was mentioned in the Pokey podcast at one point that like even mods from like Dom stream were demanding he play games with them or like demanding he have time spend time with them and shit like that. Like
And we don't know the full extent of that story, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
want to go. We don't
This
want to go
is-
too deep
we
into
don't
it
know
we're
the
not
full
gonna go
story
too
on
we
that.
don't have
but, like,
full context. Yeah.
I think that people in general have these very high expectations.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
I think they don't have like a very empathetic understanding of the
Oh,
situation. They're
definitely
not putting
not.
themselves in the person's shoes and then saying
Definitely
like,
not.
hey, what if like this random person who I don't know, who potentially like could like mug me and sell my kidneys, wants to meet up with me? You know what I mean? Like imagine you're in LA and then someone like messages you and you're a big streamer. It's like, yo, I want to go grab lunch with you. The first thing you do is you're like, you're gonna kill me.
Yeah,
Gonna kill
definitely.
me?
Like
Like, that's what I would think.
if a
Or, like, you
random
were selling me
yeah,
to the
dude,
cartel or
a
some shit.
stranger
Like,
comes- oh my god.
part of me is not coming back.
I'm not meeting any of you assholes at TwitchCon. I don't trust any of you. Y'all, you
Yo, I'm
better.
going to TwitchCon, and it's gonna be lit.
We're not going to discuss what was going to happen at a certain goal, but you know, it's going to be bad for Discharge in a couple months. Let's just be real here.
Huh?
Nothing,
Oh, yeah.
nothing. I'm just gonna say that right
I'm
now.
gonna sell my extra kidney before I go. So I can
Yeah,
use it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how you afford the plane ticket as a mod, right?
Let's just be real. Let's just be real here. None of you guys can come up and meet me at TwitchCon. I'm scared of all of you. You're all 6'5", jacked, and want to hurt me. That's how I think of it.
Yeah, so there was like, yeah, people were arguing about like their importance and they feel like less important than other people and stuff like that. And I think this is gonna go on for a while. I think people are reluctant to new things. We got a suggestion to like, why don't we do things the way Pokey does it, right? Why don't we,
Oh.
yeah, why don't we?
I'll say my case after this.
Yeah, why don't we copy what Pokey has on her Discord, where like the more active you are, the more messages you send, the higher your rank is, and then the different chats you can join and stuff like that. But like, in my opinion, this is just a trade-off of resources where you're trading off time for money at this point, right? There's still some like barrier to entry that exists, and it's not a solution. Which is like,
Yeah.
it's just one thing. Like that's how Pokey decided to handle her thing, and it works for her. And Fed decided to go another route, and that's completely fine because he owns the Discord, and you are his
That is my
fan.
biggest point that I fucking made. It's like I'm not bashing on like whatever like what was said like because it's like Pokey the way she does it, but like this isn't Pokey's Discord, right? This is Fed's Discord. What Fed says goes. If one of the mods like even for like what we do, if we have a group discussion about something and like we're all in agreement, but Fed says nah, then we kill it. Because why? Because it's his Discord. Like we're not like gonna group up on him and like, oh, we got to do it this way. It's we're listening to him, and like we're just here to help.
Yeah, we're volunteers. We're not like there isn't no like hierarchy system, right? I've been approached this a few times. They're like, your name's yellow on the Discord. Like, are you like a head mod or something like that? And I'm like, or like, is Discharge the head mod? I'm like, hell no. Like, we're all equals. Like, there's no like ranking system. Like, someone's like a manager, someone's a fucking employee, and someone's a slave, or like someone's like the dog or some shit. Like, no, that's not how it works. Like, we're all just like volunteers, and we all like equally contribute to the conversation, and we're willing to listen to other people's
I want to
opinions.
say one thing about that. We might have different roles on the Discord, but each one of them has
He's
the
really salty
same
about this.
power. I'm not gonna get into why I'm salty about this. They're literally the same. But my name's Pink, and I like that better than Yellow. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. But also the Pokey thing, and how she runs her shit, which is fine. Truthfully, like I don't care. Like that's works for her, and that's what, if it works for you, do it. That's how I think of it. But when you do it, the system based on how much you type, it incites spam. It incites like weird clicks and shit. Like it's just awkward.
It's just like it
And-
has its ups, it has its perks,
Yeah.
and like it's
And its cons, yeah.
But that's
it's
with
pros and
everything.
its cons.
Mhm.
And I've seen different Discords work different ways. I've seen the pros, I've seen the cons. Like it'd be nice if in a perfect world, right, everything works out for any system. But like we already have the system in place, and like switching it would honestly just be a pain in the ass.
And trust me, I've seen some
I
of you
would be
like
the one
Fed
that have to set it
fuckers.
up too.
Yeah, some of you Fed fucking fans, like you spam enough. Like I don't need this shit that would like the
Yeah,
number
well,
of
okay,
messages you get,
please,
like,
God.
hell
Hell fucking no. Please,
God
God, just
damn.
end me before that happens.
yeah.
Oh God. TOS,
also,
that was a
like-
joke, new TOS.
You serious? I think what is it like TD:S?
Yeah, TT
Oh,
colon
yeah,
S.
that's my favorite.
That's
But
a good one.
yeah, also like different methods are for different people, right? I think this is a common misconception where people come up to me and are like, "Oh, why did I get banned in like Toast's channel for saying this? Where like you wouldn't ban me in Fed's channel for saying it?" And I'm like, "That's a completely different issue, dude. Like people run their shit the way they want it to be handled, right? Like maybe Discharge is like, hello, okay, people spamming in his chat, and was like, yeah, just fucking go free. I don't care as long as you don't like say anything bad or racist, etc., or break TOS. Or like maybe Cloud doesn't want that and says like, hey, unless you're like participating in an intelligent conversation, then like I'm gonna time you out if you
but
excessively
it's Twitch
spam.
chat, so, you know,
That's-
that's the only-
That's,
Yeah,
that's
of
the
course.
opposite of what actually happens
Yeah.
in my chat. My chat is awful.
Actually, I think you got the. I think you got them.
you gotta
I-
you gotta switch
I'm-
because my chat is
I'm-
usually
I'm giving it
cancer,
a
and I
second.
love it.
But yeah, like so people have this idea that like, oh, the streamer doesn't read our shit, but no, a lot of the time it's the streamer who's like timing you out or batting you. I know I've seen this in like Toast's chat. Toast does this a lot. Fed does this sometimes. Fed actually really like often reads his chat. He has like 3 monitors. He has our chat with the mods open. Sometimes he pretends like he's not reading your comment, but it's probably because you're saying something stupid that shouldn't appear on stream in the first place. Like I feel like a lot of people undervalue Fed and think like, yo, Fed's a fucking Fed Paul, haha. But Fed actually is like hella smart.
Yeah,
He
no,
just doesn't
Fed's
show it.
like got dude. Fed is
Fed has like something like 372 IQ for real.
holy shit! Like this guy's insane.
he might.
And we're not talking like smart like in terms of marketing and shit like that. We're like talking like strategically smart to a point, right? Like he'll like like we'll explain to him like, oh, someone's been doing like this. So he'll be like, oh yeah, like I already noticed like their actions based off like this, or like he'll like plan 3 steps ahead when we're already just only 1 step ahead. Like people undervalue that shit. Like these people are like pretty smart. They just put on like this show per se, right? And people forget that.
Fed plays the camera really
Yeah.
well. That's all.
Yeah, he does.
After
Holy
like
crap.
my first conversation with Fed, I just sat there and I was like, wait, this guy's actually not an idiot? What? Like I was always like under the impression that he was like, oh, he's just like same person can't like, no, he is actually somewhat of a content genius, but you'll never understand it. You think it's all like
And we're not
stuff.
saying he's fake, like on stream.
No, no,
right?
no, no.
No, like
it's
he's
not.
100% genuine. But like he just doesn't show this side.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
insane.
You don't see him scheming. He's a very big schemer. So I think that's the last quote unquote. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the last official one. If you guys have anything else you want to talk about before you take questions, anything that we missed.
I think just to like just put a nice bow on the last point I was trying to make is that like understand that every channel has its own set of rules. Every Discord has its own set of rules. People do what works best for them, right? Like just because like I don't know, you have a laptop doesn't mean like someone else will prefer a laptop. Someone will have a desktop, right? So don't expect things to be like carried through, even if they like people live just an example, offline TV, right? Like I don't want to touch too much into offline TV because it's like this isn't like an offline TV show or anything like that. But just because one person does something one way, you shouldn't expect the other people to do the same thing, and you shouldn't expect rules to carry out. But like there are some like again common sense rules. Like if you're stupid and you say like racial slurs
You
or
can't say
hate,
common sense because apparently it doesn't exist.
It doesn't
It
exist, yeah.
doesn't. Let's be real here.
but
I know common sense is like general based on what your experience is, but there are some things that like, come on, man, like seriously.
yeah.
Yeah,
Also, like don't
Jesus.
think it's just the mods who are on at the time that are like modding. If there are other mods who are just enjoying the stream and chat and catch what you do, they'll like DM the other mods and they'll be like, "Yo, I think you missed this person." Like
We talk.
people are watching. We talk.
We
And
have
like if you do something
whole
really bad, like for
connection.
example, some dude in our Discord like dropped the N-word and then we banned him for 3 days and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know. Like, how's that fair?" And I was like, first of all, this
It's
is
in the
common sense, but it
rules.
doesn't exist. But
It's
it
in
doesn't
the
exist,
rules.
and it's
It's
in
in the
the
rules.
rules. And so they go into another Discord and they're like, where we don't have any powers, or none of us are mods, and they're like,
Yet.
I was banned from Fed's Discord. The management there is quite questionable. And then immediately, as soon as the
Oh
person
God.
said that, the mod says, "You did this in their Discord. You are not welcome here." Like it's comments like you don't have to like. People might think like, "Oh, I haven't said anything in this chat yet, so it's okay if I go give death threats in another chat." And then I come into this one and I'm clean, like my slate's clean. No, your reputation is carried on with you. If we recognize your name, like,
Ooh,
oh, you're
I
fucked.
know
Oh boy.
names of people that are like on the edge.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name names, but yeah, same.
Cloud.
And
Come,
until we
come
bring the
on,
little death
wait,
show.
wait, come on! I'm a nice guy. I do a lot of cool stuff and
That's true. I don't
stuff,
have
you
anyone
know.
to send the shit faces to.
Yeah, I literally take him into
Actually,
the.
no, I do. I sent him to Leon.
No, dude,
Oh,
Leon
yeah.
doesn't do it like I do. Okay, I take them into the back room of a Discord chat, lay down the law. Half of them leave crying, half of them leave like, God, like, what just happened to me? And I'm just like, hell yeah. But
But all right, let's move on
I
to
think I think that's the end of the topics we wanted to cover in this podcast. And so now we'll take questions. I know the first question that was asked a couple times. Let me scroll up and find it. Hey Cloud, can you talk about the use of tryhard and how the mods view it? Okay, so my take on it is inherently, it's not a racist emote. But it's like a lot of things that it became race. A lot of things don't start out racist. It's the context in which you use them and stuff, and how you use it that makes it racist. We're not gonna ban somebody for putting tryhard. If you put something racially insensitive next to the tryhard, then get that ass banned. Let's just see it, kid. Let's just be
I feel the same way. Like tryhard, it's a cool emote. I like it. I like watched the video on the backstory of how tryhard was made, and I was like, oh, that's super cool. But then it has this context behind it that like Twitch chat established like this like kind of racial background to it. But I still see it as just an emote, right? It's not racist unless you make it racist.
Mhm.
Just like other things, right? Like it's just an emote on Twitch. And it's sad that we have to have like that people are just like freaking out, banning the emote. Because it's a cool emote. I like the emote. I think it's super
I also
cool.
like Trihex. I watch Trihex a lot. He's a cool. He's a variety streamer now, but he originally like a speedrunner. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, the
Very
emote
cool.
comes from a Yoshi speedrun where it was actually staff that said try hard because he was trying really hard
Oh,
to like
did we watch
to
the
be
same
like
video?
Shrek.
I think
Sorry?
we did. I think we
Did you
did
watch
watch
the
the
Yeah,
video?
video.
probably.
I think we watched the
Okay,
video.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess my quick like 2 cents on the thing is like it's not racist, right? Like people use it all the time. I've used it in non like racial context. But like there's a loud vocal minority, and this is always the case.
Yeah.
So it's not the
Yes.
sense that like okay, everyone's using it like well, so like nothing's gonna happen. It's like when a few people fuck up, they fuck up for everyone, right? And so
Mhm.
people using it in like racial context, and it's not difficult to see who these people are, right? It doesn't take like like if I feel like someone's being racist about it, right? Then we will ban you. If you just use try hard, we won't ban you. Or if you have some sort of context that you're not like doesn't give me any reason to suspect you for being racist, then you will not receive a ban. It's the same thing with like come on bro and shit, right?
I love Come On Bro. That's one of my
Come on
favorite
bro is
mods.
great. Yeah.
It's so good.
And same thing with the Nelly, right? Like people will put like a Nelly and then they'll be like just a clock, boom, right? Like
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's when
that.
you start,
Like what do you expect, guys? That's like, and then they say after you time them out or you ban them, like, oh, you're racist.
Yeah, no. You're the racist one. All right, that's a good ending. What's from Winston Churchill in chat? What's the path to becoming a mod? Okay,
Ooh,
so
that's a good one.
it changes.
I actually have like a
Right.
general. It's not like this isn't like a set thing for anybody, but it's a general thing.
So
It's
go first. No.
it's number one. It's don't be an asshole, right? Like just have a basic understanding of how the community works, and just support the streamer.
Mhm.
And two is just be cool, right? Like it's not some like super fucking intense interview fucking technical question and then you have to find the fucking formula to solve like a hash map or whatever bullshit. It's like you just gotta fucking be cool and people will notice that you're helping out a lot. Like in my head, right? I'm not gonna say names. I have people in my head who I think would make pretty good mods, right? I notice people that are constantly helping me out who are not mods, and I have them in my head. Do not fucking message me and try and help me now. I still have people's names in my head.
Yeah, like don't
That,
message
it
me
won't.
trying to-
We have those names, and if you try to message us now, trying to help us after this, we'll know.
No.
Well, no.
I
But
think
yeah,
it's-
like it's just like this thing where just you'll get noticed if you're helping out a lot, but there's a point where you're crossing
Overstepping.
overstepping.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful overstepping your boundaries as somebody as just a viewer because sometimes you'll offend some of the mods for like sometimes you'll just be saying like sometimes it comes off as like you're not doing your job right so I'm going to do it for you,
Yeah.
right? Like that's
Oof.
happened multiple
Oof.
times to I think all of us
Oof.
at least, and
Yeah.
it's just like just be careful where you step where you're how you're helping and like how much you're trying to help.
Yeah, I think it's very unfortunate that I have to remind some people that like that I have to actually say at some point like, oh, sorry, we're not taking suggestions at the moment because people are like overstepping, right? So some people will be like, oh, the Discord does this. I don't think it should do this. And this isn't in reference to the other topics we've covered. This is like, oh, why is the mod chat visible or not visible? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, sorry, I just got a message. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, shit. What was I talking about?
Yeah. I saw that discharge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've scrolled up. Just keep it up there.
Wait, what was I
So,
fucking talking about? I completely lost track.
let's go. All right. I'll state my piece on the topic. So the way I started out as a mod is really weird. I became friends with somebody who actually just subbed to me. Thank you, Mike. Mike Hayes Gaming, professional Super Smash Brothers Melee player. It's when I played competitive Melee a lot, and I was getting decent at it. I became friends with him, and he was like, "Hey, you want to help me out with my stream, moderate, blah blah blah." And I was like, "I don't really know what I'm doing." He's like, "No, you're chilling, you're fine," because he was chill with it. I learned a lot how to do it, and then I transitioned that into other people asking me to help. Like he was like, "Hey, like I'm running this tournament, but it's on this stream. I'll have them mod you, and like you can help me because you do such a good job in my chat." So it's like you start out with a friend, right? You learn what the hell you're doing, then you transition to like somebody needs help with the command. Oh, you just have to do this, this, and this, but you don't want to like spam it. You don't want to do that. You just like, hey, like I think it's you just say you word it pretty much exactly like this. It's, hey, I think it's X blank X to do something. And that's how you started out. And then that's how I got modded. If you look into like any Melee like tournament, I'm probably a mod there still. Even if I don't play competitively really anymore, I'm still a mod there, and I'll still check it out from time to time because I have a lot of friends who are good, or like good players, and I'll see them on stream. I'll see them here and there, and I'll be like, hell yeah, I'm still gonna support them.
Yeah, Discharge, you want to talk about how you became a mod?
Ooh. Okay, this one was oh god. This is so did I tell you guys how I became mod?
I don't. Maybe,
No.
and I've forgotten.
No.
Okay, so the way I know Senor knows. Senor was there when I became mod because Senor's an OG in Feds.
Because you're live.
So does anyone remember the second time Fed got banned for reading a certain script on stream?
Yeah, let's not bring that up.
Okay,
let's not go super into tone text.
So before that, he needed some stuff set up on the Discord, and so I was chilling in the Discord, and then he's like, "Hey, Discharge, I see you a lot. Like, can you help me out?" And he modded me on the Discord, and then I created this stuff. The stream went on, right? Time went on. I was helping out a lot on the Discord. I was getting stuff set up for the Twitch mods, making it easier for them because I was a Discord mod before I was a Twitch mod.
Yeah.
And
That's not how it usually goes.
That's not how
Yeah,
it
it's
usually goes at
That's not
all.
how it usually goes. It's different. It's backwards now. You're usually a Twitch mod and then you're a Discord mod.
And maybe
But,
we'll transition you up if you're
Yeah,
not an
that's
asshole.
a maybe. There
That's-
is no like.
That's a maybe. That's not a
If
guarantee.
you're not an asshole, we'll like, hey, fuck you. You can go
Yeah,
ban a
but
kid
I
on
was,
Discord if you want.
I was like helping out. I was trying to do a bunch of stuff. I actually applied for the Twitch mod and I didn't get it. I was like, okay, whatever, right? And then like stuff kept happening. I was still helping out a lot, and then I talked with some of the other mods, and they're like, wait, Discharge, you're not a Twitch mod? I was like, no, dude, I'm just a Discord mod helping out. They're like, dude, you're like in every stream, like you're helping out all the time. Like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. I was like, I mean, it's whatever, right? And then one day I was just like, I just asked Fed. I was like, hey, Fed, can I be a Twitch mod to help out? And he's like, sure. And I was like, cool. And that's how I became a Twitch mod.
It's a
How
weird
about-
it's a
how
weird
about for
concept.
like Chris and Jamie and stuff.
For Chris, I was on stream. It was like one of his first streams. He was like, I need Twitch mods. And then he put a Reddit like application. And I said, hey, I don't sleep and I mod for Fed. And he said, I like that. And he modded me. And then on Jamie's, it was kind of similar to how Cloud got modded in some other places where like there was at the time there was no mods and there were people spamming penises everywhere. I was just like, what's going on? Where are the mods? I didn't say anything. I was just like yo, what's going on? And then Jamie's like, where are my mods? And then Fed was there. This was an IRL stream with Fed too. And Fed's like, yo, I see Discharge in there. Mod him. He'll take care of it. And he modded me. And then I took care of it. And then Jamie forgot who I was. I spoke. She's like, I don't remember modding you. And I was like, remember that time when I took care of all the penises? She's like, ah, yeah, I remember that. And then she's like, you can stay. And I was like, nice.
Alright, that's a good thing. All right, so
Yeah, we'll keep you around for now. You're useful.
you're decent. You're decent. Whatever. All right, the next question from Gladiators. I'm sure I know your guys' position on this already, but since the conversation was brought up earlier, I was hoping you guys could comment on whether or not streamers owe anything to the mods. Truthfully,
No.
I think no.
Absolutely no.
No. It's like, it'd be cool. Like, shit, send me free shit if you want. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you drop a new merch, Fed? Like, come on, just hit me up with a free jacket every once in a while, you know? I'm just saying. You know how many death threats I get? Come on, bro. Like, come on.
Come on, bro.
But
I know,
truthfully,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
It's just
straight
I
up,
just-
like no money, no like
Nothing.
cloud.
We're
There's
doing
no
this-
like you don't owe us time, you don't owe us anything. We do this like voluntarily because we
'Cause-
enjoy the stream. We like the community. We want to keep it
Yeah.
healthy. I think one of the best examples of this is Deathblock. Like, sure, like we meme about it and we bring him up a lot, but like, how many people does he mod for? And like, how many
Too
times
many.
do people are like, Deathblock? Is instantly one of the first people that I see. And anytime someone's like, "Yo, do you get paid?" No, dude, you should get paid. You should totally get paid. Like, say Sarah, pay this guy. People have no idea what they're talking about. Or like, you say Sarah, pay this guy. And Deathblock's like, I don't want money. I don't want your gifts. I don't want anything. Like, I just have fun watching you guys. He's a pretty good role model to look up to if like you're
Yeah,
like,
truthfully,
starting out.
if you're an aspiring mod Omega Law, you should look
Yeah.
up to him.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think people forget that, like, even as mods, we're just fans, basically. We're fans that, like, we enjoy the person's content and we just want to help them out. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
if you don't want to, if you think they deserve something,
Doesn't
you
get
deserve something. It's like, I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I genuinely enjoy helping Fed and I love the stuff that he's done. I've helped him out since he was, like, really small. Not really small, but, like, I've been supporting him when he was really small. Like, he averaged, like, 20 viewers or something. And like I just enjoy the stuff that he does, so that's why I help. Like it's just like, I don't know, it makes me feel happy. I just like
Oh,
him.
I just saw someone say like ignore who the top donator on the stream is because Fed has the #1 spot on Cloud stream. But like, okay, let me just clear this up.
He liked
So-
it because he wanted to donate money to get, because he's addicted. He was addicted to Duel Links, and he wanted me to get addicted so he can make fun of me. Okay, that's the only reason he donated bits.
So I think we're very lucky, right? I think the only thing that I would I want to move the conversation towards something like what would you expect from a streamer, right? It's not
Dinner.
like yes, dinner. So it's not so much as a like oh, what are you entitled to? It's what do you like expect? And one of the things like just flat out is respect, right?
Yeah,
Because
definitely. That's all I want, basically.
yeah, we're not like
You
looking
don't
for
get it from me.
anything ridiculous. Like to respect in the sense that like you're not like, yo, mods, what the fuck? Where are you? Like do your job or something like that. It's like we have lives, we sleep, we eat sometimes. Sometimes we're let out of the basement
Sometimes
building
next to
stuff.
sleep. Sometimes, yes.
Yeah, sometimes, right? So like the idea is that like you want respect. The respect is that like they like not in terms of like, oh, you owe me time or like you have to talk to me or shit like that. It's like, hey, when you do talk to me, don't fucking like be like, oh, screw you, you're not doing your job well. Like talk to me like, how can I improve? What should I do? Stuff like that, you know? Just like human being respect. But I think
That's never happened to us though. So.
I think Fed goes above and beyond.
Oh yeah, dude.
Fed goes
Yeah.
above and
Oh,
beyond.
definitely.
Fed,
I
like,
mean,
and like not even for us, for like you subs too. Like Fed
Yeah,
just
even for
chills
his community in general, dude.
yeah, he like just chills in his sub chat all the fucking time. He like so little shameless plug here. I'm a 1v1 say Sarah at TwitchCon with a chicken nugget eating contest.
watch out for that because I'm gonna be in
Watch
the
out for that.
background.
That's coming.
I'm gonna be in the background, blacked out, drunk, screaming something.
And Fed heard of that and Fed was like, no joke, I'm gonna sponsor it. He's like, I'll just buy all your chicken nuggets for you. Like
Poggers.
Fed is just Fed, he's a really nice guy, and like all the other offline mods are really nice people too, right? Like from what I've seen and from what I've heard from their communities, Albert, as soon as I message him, Albert instantly responds to me. I'm like, yo, Albert, like, what do you want us to do about this? Boom, he'll respond. Like he's really good at that. Toast is like a really funny guy. Like he understands his mods' positions. His mods are like has to be a little stricter on his stream than other mods in terms of like backseat gaming and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But he'll also be like, hey mods, I know you're like timing a bunch of people out. Just don't worry about it. Just ban them. Like he'll like he'll like think about his mods as well, right? And I think a lot of that is like the respect that I talk about, where it's like you're not just a sole entity. You
We're
understand
not
that.
slaves for people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. Okay, so the next question was from MuggleFat, or yeah, you guys have jobs, right? And how do you all manage the schedules? So funny story. I'm just a full-time student, and so I used to have a job coaching at a high school. I won't say which one because truthfully, I don't want you guys annoying them. They got pissed off at me a couple times for a couple Instagram posts. I'm not going to talk about that. And so my dad got sick. He's better now, but I still stay at home and take care of him. And I'm a full-time student. So basically, I took this semester especially, I took 3 8-week classes, and so my 3 8-week classes are gone. So I have 2 actual classes. This is for the rest of the semester, and I'm in college. I don't know if you realize that, but so I literally have so much free time. I'm learning Japanese and stuff now too because I'm bored. I'm a low-key weeb. I'm a low-key weeb.
Low-key?
I don't actually watch that much anime. That's a problem. I just wanted to learn a different language.
I think I need to tone down my anime intake.
Yeah,
Anyways,
you definitely do. But yeah, you guys' schedule and stuff.
For me, I'm also a full-time student. I am actually graduating this semester, and then I'm gonna be fucking out in the world, fucking hating my life, right? But it's gonna be lit. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna keep modding and stuff. But it's just like, I take a lot of classes because I've been very busy. I've been graduating in 3 years with a bachelor's of computer science, right? So like my schedule is a bit heavier than most people's. So I like do my best to make time, get all my stuff worked out, and then mod. Like I don't know, it's just a hobby, dude. Like I like it. Like when you have something that you enjoy, you'll make time to do it, no matter how busy you are, how dead inside you are from midterms.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I think people are like they say things like, "Oh, I'm too busy," but like there's no such thing realistically.
Yeah.
Because like you can always make more time. You're just like poorly managing your time. Like for example, now I'm like hosting a modcast at almost 3 a.m. my time. But
Yeah.
show your boys some support on
West
Twitter.
Coast. Let's go.
But,
Only 11:40 here.
I can relate to that. I have like so for example, I'm also a full-time student, but my situation's a bit different. Every 4 months we go from taking like a full course load to like working for 4 months, doing an internship for 4 months. I don't know if Toast's talked about this on his stream. So like I also go to Waterloo, and the way it works is like it's a little intense because while you're like keeping up with your school and like trying to sublet a new house after 4 months because you like have you change locations every 4 months essentially, unless you're in the same city that you're studying in. But most people go to the States or go to the like Toronto, Montreal, etc., Vancouver. So you have to like look for a house, do interviews, midterms and finals, like while you're doing this, right? So like I think I'm definitely have a lighter load at the moment because, um, sorry, I just saw is Flair single? No.
For the right price.
Yeah. So, I think the like
Getting to that.
10 tier threes, and I can get you
I'm
that
very like
DMs.
thankful right now that I'm out on a work term so that I can afford to stay up till like 3 a.m. and not have to study or do any of that bullshit. But like, yeah, the other mods who are like full-time students at the moment, I'm gonna be there with you guys suffering as well.
Hell yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think the biggest point is like, oh, it's a hobby and you'll make time for it, right? I've been shameless plug again. I've been streaming every day now for like a few weeks.
Same.
I also
Actually,
been
And like,
streaming every
yeah,
day.
so like, and like most
all right,
mods
we
have
got
too,
we're
right?
gonna
Like,
set something up where no one's gonna stream at the same time, and we're just gonna host each other, and we're just gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna become bigger than offline TV. Let's set
I'm
this
gonna
up
plug-
after.
I gotta make sure I plug everything
No, no, no.
I have
I'm gonna.
at the
I'm
end of the stream.
trust me. At the end of this, we're gonna plug, be the biggest solace we can, because you know we work hard, dog. We work hard. I respect that. And so
yeah.
we'll set something up with that. We're gonna get bigger than offline TV. Trust us.
Jeez.
Mod TV, Modline TV.
Modline TV. Hell yeah. But any other questions? We've been on for about an hour
I
and
think
10
I
minutes.
wait, I saw one.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, where'd it go?
Other than his Flair single. Oh wait, I remember one. Bullendora, one of my friends from somebody from Southern California now. Says, what is your biggest mod pet peeve? When people
From
don't
other mods or from other?
just from I think from just chat. He didn't extrapolate on the question. So my biggest pet peeve as a mod is what is it actually?
Mine is straight up people who demand things. Like
Oh,
people
That
who
might
just,
be
like,
mine too.
people who just like roll up into my DMs, unzip, like whip out their like schlong in front of me, and they're like, "Yo, give me immunity, give me your time, give me like, don't ban me, unban me, you fucking like mod, you filthy human being. How dare you? I'm above everyone, right?" Like some dude dropped the N-word in Feds chat and said like, "We say this all the time in New York. Why is it a problem if I say it here? Unban me, like do your job
I
right."
pay
I'm like,
$4.99 a month, you fucking
yeah,
heathen.
and I kind of like this is kind of how I look at someone. Like I'm like,
It's like, dude, like chill the fuck out.
block. I think that's one of my biggest pet peeves. It's like people who like demand things.
That might be
Like
mine
if you're
too.
willing to like ask like a suggestion and be like, hey, like we noticed that like for example, we would like 2 sub voice chats. Could you look into that? Yeah, for sure. We could look into it. We can. There's no guarantee that it'll happen, and we might do it. We may not do it. But like that's a better like approach than like, yo, give me this right now. Like, fuck you, you slave. It's like,
That's a big one for me. But my number one pet peeve is actually when people disrespect the other mods. Like for me specifically, especially since I work with these
Dude,
people,
these are
I
so
like,
many
like,
pet peeves I have. Holy shit, these are all
like-
my pet peeves too.
Like when somebody disrespects Flair or somebody disrespects, but like I will actually just fucking lose it. Like I hate that. Like don't you like these people? You don't know what these people are going through, and like they're here for fun, man. Like we meme around. We're just like remember the good old days when we just fucking memed around and fucking like jerked each other off.
What's the Full House theme song? I don't know. You guys know it. Like whatever happened to something TV, daylight TV or daytime TV or something. Yeah. Just think about that.
No, it's
Full
just
House,
like
man.
I don't know. Like it just makes me so. This is just how I am as a person too. If somebody disrespects my friends in real life, like I will go off on them. Like
Dude,
it's
oh
just
my
not cool. Like
oh
just-
yeah, that's a big thing. People tell me like, yo, can I talk shit to you or are you gonna ban me? And I'm like, I don't really care. Like I have 20 people DMing me to kill myself and that they're gonna hunt me down and chop me up
Yeah.
in little pieces
It's
like, at
not-
the same time. Like,
It's not
telling
anything
me like
great.
you telling me like, hey, fuck you, you wear glasses. Like I don't give a fuck what you think. But like if you go and you say like, Discharge, I think you're kind of not doing your job correctly. Yo, I will fuck you up. I will be like, how dare you say that shit? Like, how dare you like go off on my friend? Or like when people pop off on like Deathblock or like anybody else, like any other mod, right? Like,
dear God, anyone pop up on Deathlock? Like we will just
or, like,
absolutely fucking
people
roast
like
you.
pop off like not so much in like I guess in Albert's stream, but
Yeah.
like because everyone's really nice there, so not many people.
Everyone's
like,
just
pop
listening to
off on-
music, enjoying the time. Fed stream, it's
Like, if
just.
Yeah, even in like the mods that I don't know, right? Like even like for example like techies and shit like that. Like I know he's a mod and Smile, right? Smile's another mod who's been here longer than me, but I see him from time to time and he's really active right now.
Mhm.
But like when people like give him shit, I'm like, hey, yo, back the fuck up. Like you about to cash these hands, fool. Like, meet
Like,
me at TwitchCon.
I think of it like when I think of techies and Smile, I think of my little brother. Only I could give him shit. You guys give him shit. I've given them so much shit. But if anyone else gives them shit, no. I'm gonna get that ass banned.
Also, I kind of hate it too when people are like, "Yo, I love you, Flar. You're my #1 mod." Or like when they say that about like I don't really care when people say that about other people, but when people say that about me, I'm like, first of all, I guess thank you, but I don't give a shit. Like at least show appreciation to everyone, and then I'll
Yeah.
like notice you because then you're being nice to everyone. I
Mhm.
don't really care if you like me or not. It's the same thing of like I don't care if you hate me at the same time, right? Like I don't care if you hate me, but I don't care if you like me. Just respect everyone and say like,
Yeah.
oh, everyone does a great job. You all put in hours, like you all put in work. Like there's no like #1 mod or some shit like that. Like I see a lot of people like advocating like you're now #2 on my list. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if I'm number like the last person. I don't give a fuck if I'm the first person. I don't give a fuck if you donate money to me. Just like be nice to everyone.
Yeah.
Sucking up to us doesn't work, by the way.
Oh, it does not.
You
I
can
make fun of it.
you can gift me as
I don't
many
make-
subs.
I don't make fun of it. Sorry.
I don't make fun of it. You can gift me as many subs as you want. You say something out of line, boy. Ooh, don't get me started. I'm gonna ban that ass
people
so
who say
quick.
nice things.
Yeah, I appreciate
Like,
compliments, of course.
Genuine nice things.
Yeah.
Like I 100% appreciate those people. Like there was a post on the Reddit was like appreciation for all the mods that what they fucking do. They're just like this is what we fucking like. It's
That's
nice.
what we want to see. That's what we want to see.
That mod appreciation thread after Taiwan was the only thing to keep me sane at the end of it.
Taiwan? Oh my thank God.
I didn't sleep till 9 a.m. the next day, which is 12 for Flare. It's for noon. It's noon for Flare. And we're just dying.
But yeah, also appreciate the Reddit mods too. Reddit mods
Reddit mods are fucking Jesus, dude.
Yo, they delete your duplicate clips that you fuckers post and try and hope like reach the front page manually. Like they watch everything. When someone puts up a compilation post of like 50 clips, they watch every single fucking clip. Okay?
Jesus.
Like
dude,
some of
those
these people
guys are-
like put in a lot of work. Just show them some love too.
Yeah,
just
they're no longer helpers. They're mods. We've transcended that helper
That was
title.
the dumbest thing I've
That was
ever heard.
literally the dumbest thing.
Helper
We're not gonna go into detail
Like,
about that,
you're
but you know,
subhuman or some shit.
at
Fuck that guy.
first somebody was calling them helpers, and we're just like, no, they're Reddit mod. That's what they're called on Reddit.
mods.
That's what I think of them. That's just what they are. Let's just leave it at that.
mods. Yeah. I
So
also want to bring
yeah.
up one more thing about
Mhm.
that because Flair brought up like, oh yeah, my favorite mod or something, right? It's everyone does their job a bit differently in how they approach something, right? So like the way that that some of us do it, like Flair brought up like a pretty good point when we were talking about it. He was like, oh yeah, like Flair will be kind of like the good cop, the kind of like he'll understand what you're doing and like be nice to you, not nice to you, but like
I like
he's
this.
more understanding.
I've heard this
Me?
before.
And like I'll fucking like ban your ass if you're out of line or if you're doing something stupid. Like I just don't have the patience for it anymore. I'm a nice guy, right? I'll say I'm a nice guy because people actually think I'm a nice guy, and I am a nice guy. I like to think.
You're also a very nice person though.
But
I'll
like,
agree to that.
there's a point where just like I just won't take any shit and just go. So like people like see us differently like that way.
Oh, dude,
And the Cloud's just fucking insane. It's so funny. I was like, "You guys want me to pull up Cloud?" And everyone was like, "Dear God, no."
Yeah.
I was like,
I just walk in there. And people just shut up because they know I'll just take them in the other room, start cussing them out. Just be like, no, you can't do this fucking shit right here. This is not how we run shit here. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'll ban your ass right now.
The biggest thing we saw was when we deleted the sub channel from Fed's voice chat, right? So because we had a sub channel, right, which is pretty normal, it's standard on most Discords, but then it quickly turned into like a shit posting and like a harassment and like racist and like, so we deleted it. And then people were like, yo, what the hell is happening? Like, and everyone's joining general chat now. And I think that day, like, straight up banned like 40 people or some shit like that. And people were like, what the hell? I thought you were like the cool guy. Like, what happened? Oh, we pissed him off. He snapped. And I'm like, no, you're just being fucking degenerate. Like, just because we're cool with you at one point doesn't mean that like we'll be your buddy if you break the rules. And this goes back to like the whole like, you got to be the cool teacher kind of thing, right? Like, you got to be friends with people so that you understand their point of view and they don't think like you're like they feel alienated from you in a sense because you're still a fan just as much as they are. but like at the same time, like if you're not harsh when you need to be harsh, it all sorts of trouble can
Yeah,
like result
100%.
from it.
Mm. Somebody asked, will the podcast be uploaded somewhere like SoundCloud or something? I mean, I could do that if you guys want that. That'd be easy.
Oh,
It's
that'd be
it's
cool.
easy.
That'd actually be so cool.
You literally just take it. You download the VOD. You just take it, transition it to MP3, and post it onto SoundCloud or YouTube or some shit. I might do YouTube because SoundCloud like limits how many minutes you have. So and YouTube just doesn't care.
Yeah.
YouTube doesn't. I put a cool picture, maybe Justin Timberlake, something cool in there, and then
Or
just
the Modcast with the Omega.
I'll put the
That shit's
Modcast.
so good.
I love that logo. I was gonna put Feels Modman, but I didn't know where to put it, and I was like, ah, screw it.
M Omega yeah.
I love that. It's so
Upload the
funny.
highlight. I'll post it. I'll make some cool picture, put it up on YouTube or something. Just I'll Discharge remind me.
Let's try and keep going for like maybe 9 more minutes.
Yeah, I want to
Any
end like
last-
an hour and a half. Like that's what I really want.
Hour and a half's a good time. I think like this pretty good so far. Like I'm fairly confident, like very happy.
Yeah.
It's like
Popped
less
off yet?
glitchy than yeah. It's not done yet. We still have 9 minutes. All right.
Yes.
Hire a graphic designer to make the Modcast overlay. Oh, I'm a graphic designer. You want to hire me, Cloud?
Okay, let's be
I
honest
think
here.
she's trying to plug herself.
I know. She was trying to plug herself. Truthfully, I'll ban you. No self-advertisement. Just say, unless you're in the podcast, you can self-advertise as much as you want if you're in the podcast.
Yo, I'll fucking.
But,
don't you fucking worry till this
so-
is over.
I'm being completely honest. I had this all set up. It was all looking nice and clean, and then Discord just scuffed it all. Because I had to
Yeah,
use
we'll fix
I
it.
used display capture, and somebody wanted to wait until 2 seconds before the timer went off to get in the call. So
Guys, I was singing Pina Colada on stream.
we couldn't fix it.
I made rain animations. I had fucking pina coladas for myself in chat. Like that shit was prepared.
We couldn't.
Go watch the VOD on my channel.
We couldn't. Literally, we had this all prepared. I had Flar in here and stuff. But then when you make a new call, it changes up a couple aspects, and that's why it looked pretty scuffed with the display capture. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, Flar, did you really just come in here 2 seconds before the beep went off for the timer?
I was on time.
I mean, technically, it was on time. But come on.
Someone said they clipped the whole pina colada thing. Okay, cool.
Good. I haven't seen it yet.
Will these streams always be this late? It's just easier because no one's streaming at this time, and this is
Oh God, he's in the chat.
Wait,
Dennis.
who is?
I never heard of it.
Say Sarah.
Hey,
oh
Buck.
my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Wait,
god. I'm gonna get
Yikes.
banned. Any other questions? Say
Yeah,
Sarah
I think-
doesn't need a mod because he's already have the stupid admin. Why do you people not get? He does more than a mod with that.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
All right, let's get some. Let me scroll up, see if we have any questions.
Do we,
here.
I think you missed something.
Did I miss
Why are
something?
you squishing Flar still? I'm a very squishable person.
It's literally if you look at it, and if from my Discord I see it, and it's Flar's like a stick, and then there's this Discharge of me as like normal sized human beings.
I'm pretty thick. You want me to? No, I'm kidding.
Ben?
Say Sarah, you want to delete this VOD already?
Clip it out, boys.
I've been here for the last hour. Oh, okay. Whoops.
Oh shit! Oh, he heard
Oh,
about what we
crap.
said.
Oh,
no.
Global mod.
Uh,
Oh,
global-
wait, Deathblock's about to get unwinded.
Oh god. See it.
Oh, fun fact.
See a
fun
Deathblock.
fact. If you time out a Twitch mod, they lose their mod power. So if a streamer or an admin or staff they like time you out and you're a mod, you come back after the timeout without your mod power.
Yeah,
and
you're
someone has
no
to-
longer a mod.
You're a
That's,
pleb.
that's fucking hilarious.
I can Deathblock. I got you if it happens. Trust me. You're cool with me, dog.
Legit, what have you guys learned from modding? What do you guys think you'll take forward to jobs, etc.?
Oh, that's a good. Actually, that's a pretty
Yeah,
good
that's from
question.
Muggle Fat. Okay,
This guy
Yeah,
already
that's,
asked a good question, and this guy's good with
yeah.
questions, dude. I like it.
I like this guy.
It's I think the biggest thing, right? And especially me in being in like computer science, but I think this applies to everything. But they really focus this at my school is communication between your teammates and like who you work with. Because being a lone mod on a stream, you do your own thing, right? But having like a group of mods, like you have to start communicating with everybody, or else like especially when leaks happen, boy, when that leak happens, you know the mod chat's popping off. There's people who are like, I got this, they started taking that. Flar's
Yeah,
fucking
there's
yelling
like
at these
shot
nerds.
calling and shit. Like yeah.
It's like it's really good to work as a team in a very stressful environment at the
Mhm.
time, because it does get kind of stressful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, it does.
I think it also
yeah.
you learn like so I've never done like what are they called? Like jobs where you have to interact with customers like frequently,
Sales
like whether
jobs,
you
retail,
sorry?
retail.
Yeah,
Retail.
like either like some retail job or like some sort of call center or like working fast food or something like that where you have to deal with like this customer is always right bullshit, right? My job experience comes from like my co-ops working at like software companies or like
Customer
working as a
service, yeah.
consultant and shit like that, right? So now all of a sudden I have to deal with more people telling me like, "Oh, you're trash at your job. Go kill yourself." Now I have so much more respect for like the dude making my sandwiches at
Yeah,
Subway.
yeah.
Like,
Hey, yo,
Dude,
um,
those people actually get treated like shit.
no, they get
Like
treated
yeah,
like
it's
awful.
so bad.
There's
and I think that
there's some nice old lady that works at the Subway next to my house, Tiffany. If you ever watch this, by some God's grace, thank you, thank you. Okay,
hi Tiffany.
hi Tiffany.
Um, but yeah, no,
Those
back
guys
to the topic of like communication, right? Like
Yeah,
there isn't just communication between like my chat or like Fed's chat, for example. It's like, okay, there's kind of like a flow chart system to it. It's like, all right, someone make sure that no one's spamming in chat. Get a Twitch mod to do that because the Discord mod has to make sure the Discord isn't getting like flooded with the leak or people are asking about the leak. All right, someone needs to contact the Reddit mods, tell the Reddit mods that, hey, people are going to be posting about this. This is the leak that happened. You got to cover it up. Delete everything because like, for example, if someone were, let's say people post fake addresses, right, and the real address, and then we only delete the fake addresses. Now you know which ones are the real addresses. So you just delete everything that looks like it. So if you ever
Yeah.
get timed out for something like putting random ass numbers when an address is leaked and like a random ass street, you know why. Because like it's a cover essentially. And so like, oh, and it's not only that, like, oh, you're contacting like who else is streaming at the time? Like Poke's also streaming. You'll contact a Pokemon. We don't need people going in that chat because people go in that
Yeah.
chat and will say like leaked, leaked, leaked. We got to make sure like this is what happened. You got to cover it up. Like you got to talk to like so many different communities as well. It's
yeah,
it's it's quite a it's quite a challenge.
It's an experience.
yeah.
It's an experience.
Definitely
Oh, you
experience.
also have to contact the streamer by some god's
Yo,
grace that
Oh, so
and like, yo, restart the stream, restart the stream.
yeah,
Oh.
yep.
Oh, we also have to gather up every single clip that was made at that timestamp and delete it.
Okay.
So you guys can just imagine.
Oh god, that's the fucking worst. I haven't done clip duty in a long time. I remember when I had to do clip duty, dude. I just fucking went off. I just put music on. I was just going at it. Oh,
Yeah,
it made me actually want to drink.
They basically said it. It helps with your communication between other people, especially in stressful situations like when there's a leak, something bad's happening, and trying to contact your superior. I think that's a pretty good tool, I guess. That shit's awful.
Someone says someone who worked in the hospitality industry in high school, people can be super assholes. Yeah, I've seen a lot of shit go down.
Yeah.
I speak to my chat all the time. I'm like, yo, guys, like, tell me about yourselves. Like, I want to get to know you. And I know people are like from Hawaii. People are like younger, still in high school, don't know what they want to do in college. Some people are working like while they're in high school, working like at restaurants and shit. And people tell me like, oh yeah, someone literally just told me like I'm a piece of shit and like I should go kill myself. Like this one lady just told them that at his restaurant, and he just like kept his cool and was like, "Are you done?" And then she had to like leave, right? That's, like there's a lot of patience
Yeah.
in it, and there's a lot of restraint. Like I'm sure people are well aware of what happened when we had an old community admin say something when livestream fails was on our subreddit, say something to one of the members, and you kind of like have to remember that like people are trying to piss you off, so you have to stay cool. You can't lose your shit and make a comment that's like aggressive or inappropriate, because then you negatively reflect like yourself, but not only yourself, like the people you represent, and then like the people they represent, and like it's like you have to really be like put a smile on your face, like shut up and like get poops.
I think one of the last questions. Hey, where can we find more information about the next Modcast?
You're gonna say that.
Yeah, you know I'm a sellout. So right now this was a pilot episode. We're gonna see how this works out. See like feedback. Work to fix. Did you really just do that? Like Discord, you don't have Discord. Like, your Discord lagged a little bit, so you just stuck, and it was just like this is pixels and stuff. It was weird. But where it's a pilot episode, and we're gonna discuss shit. We put Discharge on because if we have Discharge on a pilot episode and this thing totally flops, we can just blame Discharge like we do for the rest of the problems. That's basically our goal.
We also haven't figured out like how we want to do this on like what Twitch, or how we want to approach like uploading a podcast, right? Like Whether like we alternate to my Twitch at some point or like back and forth every time, but that gets confusing. So like we still have a lot of things to figure out. I would like to do this weekly. I don't think like I think the hardest part is getting someone who will willingly join the call.
Yeah.
And just for the record, like don't be like, yo, interview this Fed mod or like interview this Fed mod or like interview this offline TV mod. Like we're trying to like make sure that it's a very much a community driven thing where we all talk to like maybe another like we're not really associated with offline TV. We're just like volunteers, right? So like we can talk to people who mod for other streams or who maybe they mod for offline TV and not like a Fed mod specifically. We don't want to really like stay in our community and just talk to our friends because that's kind of like boring.
Have Cloud on as guest. I'm a host. This is my idea. Come on.
No, I'll bring Cloud next time.
Oh god. But yeah. So we don't know if we want to make the. We're not gonna do this weekly. At the soonest it'll be is bi-weekly. Like every other week we could potentially do this. We have to find a time that'll work with people. It might not always be on Saturday, Sunday.
You're pulling the Fed excuse here.
So we gotta go. So we're thinking
maybe
about
I go solo if Cloud isn't available. You know? No, I'm kidding.
You know, Discharg will step in for me one day when I'm just off. You know, at the bar.
You're flaming fucking Cloud for not being here.
I'm gonna watch the VOD. Don't worry about it.
Mm.
But yeah,
we wanted. Yeah, where can we find you, Discharg?
Yeah. Yo, you guys can find me at twitch.tv/discharge without an E at the end. Go ahead, follow. I fucking saw Cloud's follows fucking blow up, so I want my shit to blow up too.
Oh yeah, do it.
You can also follow me on twitter.com/discharge_.
That's so cute.
No E again.
Wait, if I have a mod in chat, can you copy and paste what SOQ is doing? All right, cool. No.
Yeah.
But he has like a giant wall with like everyone.
Make that bigger wall. I just want like I like what Flar's doing.
Yeah. If somebody has that shit.
All right, Leon.
All right, Leon, chill.
All right. So
Okay.
are we posting this thing?
And then that thing kind of works. Okay, and Flar, where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere. No, I'm kidding. You can find me on twitch.tv/Flarefire with 3s replacing the E's. We were there right before. I know some of you are from that. I appreciate you putting up with me.
God
for
damn it,
a few
SOQ.
hours and then coming over still. You can also find me on Twitter. I started using Twitter, twitter.com/Flarefire again. And on Discord, you can find me in pretty much any of the offline TV members. I'm most active in Albert, Fed, Toast, and a few others. Pekka's as well. I go there when I need to be safe. When I need to like hide away from my responsibilities. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
And if you're watching this, you already know where to find my Twitch. I mean, you can hit follow if you like it. If you don't, whatever, dude. That's your own prerogative. If I'm not your cup of tea, I'm not your cup of tea. But
I'm also the #1 Persona streamer on Twitch.
He is also
the world.
I'm also I'm like the #1 Duel Links. Okay, let's be real here.
I want to plug that if I get 50 subs before TwitchCon, I'll be cosplaying at TwitchCon as a
fucking madman.
Possibly Star Guardian Ari. So
oh my god,
can I plug my Twitter, please?
And fucking no,
also,
it's your channel. You can't plug shit.
Hey,
right.
yeah, I'm put it in follow mode so you guys wouldn't shitpost too much. So I also have a Twitter. I'm trying to get my Twitter clout up. You'll see me complain about tournaments that I attend, people that I hate, and me
I'm opening my
shitposting.
Streamlabs right now, cross-referencing all of you that don't follow me at the moment, the people active right now in chat. I'm gonna start banning.
So yeah, you want to say goodbyes, guys? We already sold out.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yo,
hey,
I appreciate that 80 people.
Hey, everyone Fed 7 right now. Come on, Discharg.
Yeah, Fed 7. I get it. Fed 7. Or, yo, you have Lab 7 in your chat?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Dude, I only have 5 emotes left. Come on.
Yo, let's all hold the Fed 7. I want to hold the Fed 7.
All right, boys.
All right.
I think we're good.
All right.
We're good. All right. So thank you guys for joining, Flar.
Yeah.
I'll see you in like 2 weeks. Discharg, thank you for being our first guest.
Yeah. Round of applause for Discharg.
Round of applause. Jesus. Can I end the call now, please, God?